Today we're playing speed draw, except we have to make everything scary. Our first theme of the day is alligator, something that doesn't need to be drawn creepy to be scary. But let's see if we can draw it even more scary than usual. How are we going to do that? Well, my ideas are to stick to a monotone color palette and to draw the alligator lurking in the water as if it's watching us. The only parts that are going to be shown above water are the top of his head and part of his back. The rest will be submerged under the murky black water. Because we're sticking to a monotone color palette, it looks like the drawing takes place at nighttime too, which only adds to the creepy factor. But let's take that one step further and give it white glowing eyes. Now, our alligator is looking super creepy, but I'm sure it's a sweetheart on the inside. The alligator is looking good on its own so far, but you know what would make this look even better? Adding in the water around it. Unlike the gator, we're going to use light grays in the water to help it contrast and make the gator stick out. The dark aspect of the drawing is good, but we don't want to make it blend in too much. Let's blend out our water just a little bit more with the light gray before we can go ahead and vote. We got third place. I must say though, I'm a little disappointed the colors got messed up when I went up for voting. But that's alright. Let's move on to our next round, with our next theme being penguin. Now, you guys really liked my last penguin drawing, but I think that's because I was doing a cute challenge on that video. So let's see if you guys love this one just as much. I'm still going to be drawing a baby penguin, except with this drawing, he's going to have big flames behind him, as if he was the one who lit it and caused all this destruction. Of course, he's getting beady white eyes too. We gotta make it look at least a little bit creepy. In this challenge, I think I'm going to stick to drawing every theme in a monotone color palette. Even if it calls for something colorful, I'll be sticking with the black and white. This is because color matters a ton when you're trying to evoke a certain emotion. That's why, in horror movies and games, you'll see the artists make the choice of picking out less saturated and more gloomy color palettes. Now that we mostly finished our penguin, we have to work on the flames in the background. We'll be going from light gray to dark gray while drawing them. This is so we don't bounce around too much between shades, which would make us waste our time more than we needed. I think I may have messed up a little bit in the eyes. Instead of adding multiple white dots, I could have added one in each eye. It kinda looks like he's crying now. Maybe he just got smoke in his eyes from the fire behind him, though. Unfortunately, we got 4th place this round and didn't get on the podium. But we always have next round to try again. So let's go. Our next theme of the day is butterfly. Okay, so my idea for this butterfly is to of course draw in black and white, but the twist is I'll be trying to draw a face on the back of his wings. You know, like the horror movies do. Which I honestly don't get because butterflies seem like such gentle creatures. But maybe that's the whole point of portraying them in this way, because they're so gentle and harmless. I'm almost finished coloring in the light gray details in the wings, and once we finish that, I'm going to start working on the white eyes. I'll be saving the rest of the facial features for the end, because it'll be harder to work around them and to figure out what grays to put where so it doesn't blend in and mix all together. I want it to have a cleaner look to it, and not completely blended if you get what I mean. I'm brightening up some parts of the wings where the face will be, and on the tips of the wings as well. I don't want the contrast with the wing and the face to be too heavy, so I'm adding some values to the butterfly. Honestly, I like using black and white for these challenges, and it gets the drawing done a ton quicker. Because I don't have to go back and forth between using colors and finding new values, shades, and you know. Surprisingly, we got first place for our last round, which is an amazing way to end off our video. Thank you all so much for joining me today.